coming to the mic, talking about the food they hate, talking about the food they like. Two fools gonna fight, but only one food can be right. Taste buds, man, yeah, they coming to the mic. I'm talking taste buds. Taste buds.
Hey, what's up?
Hey, we did it.
We did it. Episode 1. This is the Taste Buds podcast.
That's right. Oh, my God. I'm so excited about this.
Me too.
We are excited about this.
Me too. Yeah.
So, Sal Vulcano.
Joe DeRosa.
All right. So, me and Joe, let's give him a little backstory, okay?
Yeah.
This is the impetus. This is the origin story of this.
Yes.
Joe and I are good friends in real life, very close. Mm-hmm. We spend a lot of time together. Mm-hmm. I mean, everything from, we're going to make it sound like we're 10 years old, but everything from sleepovers to like we go on vacation together and what have yous.
Yes. Yeah, it's a real Goodfellas kind of.
It is.
When he's showing the pictures of them, all the stuff they do together.
Exactly. Yeah, you make sauce. I watch you. You really, and you're like slicing you're slicing the garlic with a razor. I'm playing music in the background. I crack open wine.
Yeah. Beautiful.
It's a real thing we do. And one thing that we always, I mean, you are one of my favorite people to talk to because I love conversating with you is great because when we agree on something, it's fun. And then when we disagree on something, it's probably even more fun.
Yeah.
And there's only two things you could do, agree or disagree with someone.
Right.
So we're always having fun.
Right.
We just love bullshitting. And
we're cut from the same passionate cloth. There's very little we're indifferent about. It's a lot of strong feelings, one way or the other. And one of the things we argue about a lot is food.
Yes.
We've had some real knockdown dragouts about food. Which cookie's better, which pie is the best, that kind of thing. And it was, I've said to Sal many times, I go, the birth of our friendship, we were already pals, but the birth of our friendship was, I was on the Joker's cruise, and we got into this thing about cookies that really launched the idea for all this.
Yeah. That
was so intense.
Yeah.
That I was like, I'm going to be friends with this guy forever. Like, I can't believe.
Well, another thing is none of us will shy away. If we'll talk about cookies for 3 hours straight. Like, we're very meticulous. Like, we will dig in and really, like, some people will be like, oh, Jesus, enough already.
Right.
We'll stay at it.
Yeah.
And I that's for everything. Like, we also have tough times making decisions. Would you say that?
Yeah, it's Sal and I like to send each other audio messages instead of text, and these things are just rambling on both of us, just rambling messes through the bush. It's like trying to get through the jungle with a machete.
If people don't know about this, there's these things on iPhones, I suppose, where there's this little arrow next to where you text, and if you just hold it, it'll record you, and then you let go, and you could send that. So it's like a voicemail, but in a text form, and then it goes away after like 2 minutes.
Yeah.
And since we, by nature, are very wordy when we talk, and we like to like just really, really, really get every detail, it works for us.
Yeah.
Because our messages can be 20 seconds or 1 minute, 2 minutes, 3 minutes, and the record, what was the record?
Your record was 7:45.
The record, which is crazy. And now you do realize if you open that, we love talking like this because you really also, tone gets misconstrued on texts.
Yeah.
And should we have had some whiskeys for this? Tone gets misconstrued. Would you like a whiskey?
Yeah, but we can wait till the next
one.
We'll
wait till the next episode. All right. No, I'm just saying.
Yeah,
I just wonder if you want one. Yeah.
But yeah.
But you really get the oomph, and you get to like really like deliver what you're saying.
Yeah. So here's the thing. Based on everything we're saying.
Yeah.
Okay. What this show is going to be is we want to bring these food debates and the public for two reasons. Number one, we want to capture this thing that goes on between us on camera and on audio and everything
because
else.
People get pulled in.
Yeah.
Whoever's around us gets pulled in all the time, and we're always basing our answers off everyone. We're polling everyone that's with us and everything.
Exactly. So, and then also, too, both of us think we're 100% right when we argue this, which is also why we pull people in. So we came up with the idea for the show, Taste Buds. We're going to debate one of these food things every week, most of the time. Sometimes we might stray and do other food-related stuff.
Yeah.
But we're going to debate one of these things every week, and we're going to put a poll up, take it to the people on Twitter polls, which we've already done anyway as we're arguing these things.
Yes.
I've had people text me and go, is everything okay? Why did you launch 7 Twitter polls today? And it was like,
if you see me or him, if you see like multiple polls in a certain amount of time, it's me and him arguing, trying to prove who's right. But yeah, so what we do is we'll state what versus what at the beginning, who you're arguing for, who I'm arguing for.
Right.
At the beginning, we will put a Twitter poll out. We will then continue the debates. And then at the end, we will check the poll in a segment we're calling, I think, Humble Pie.
We absolutely.
Because someone's going to go down in flames and has to eat the humble pie at the end. And then at the end, we will check the Twitter poll, and the Twitter poll will stand as law.
Yes.
Except maybe, and I just thought this because we're all thinking this as we go, but maybe just like the greatest battles in heavyweights history, maybe one day we might want to have a rematch and see if the cards weren't going your way. Maybe if something's close enough, maybe there could be a rematch.
It'll get revisited.
Maybe even a rubber match.
Yeah. Yeah. Some of these will be revisited. Now we're going to keep some kind of time on these episodes. What are we at now, Mike? We're about 6 minutes. Beautiful. I say we get into this thing.
Yeah.
We're going to hover around the 30-minute mark with these episodes.
That's right.
We want to get in your ear and get out.
Yeah, it's fun. It's light. It's about food. And
I feel little of these arguments will go a long way.
They will. I just want to give you props, too, for taste buds, because we racked our brains for what we were going to call this thing.
Yes.
And we thought food fight.
Yeah.
Which I think is really good, but it's a little generic, and it was taken by a billion people for a billion reasons.
There was like 4 podcasts.
And we had a list of dozens and dozens of names, and then you said taste buds, and we looked at each other and we're like, wow, aren't we cute? And aren't we witty?
And if you remember, we were on vacation when we came up with this.
Yes.
And we were sitting in the living room of the place we were staying at, and we were bouncing titles back and forth. It was about 10:30 in the morning. We're bouncing titles back and forth. And then Sal just goes, "Can I stop you for a second?" And I go, "Yeah." And he goes, "Should we be doing this in the pool with a nice cold beer?" And I stood up, and we walked to each other, and we hugged. And you said, "Don't you ever move to Los Angeles ever again."
That's true. That's true. We lost you over there for a while.
What a great moment. All right. Launch this poll.
Here we go. So you might have known by the episode name, I don't know, but we are doing traditional Chips Ahoy by Nabisco versus the Oreo cookie.
Yes.
Okay? So I'm going to put up this Twitter poll now, and basically, Joe, go ahead.
I already don't like the way you introed it because you're already throwing shade at my side. You're already doing it. I'm Team Chips Ahoy all the way.
You're insane, and I'm being clear. I just want to be clear that it's not. It doesn't mean chocolate chip cookie. It's not the generic like chocolate where you can get a chocolate chip cookie from 100 different manufacturers from a bakery. That is an all-time classic.
But you did say you planted things. You said traditional Chips Ahoy by Nabisco, which puts ideas in people's heads, versus the Oreo cookie, which makes it sound very mythic.
Well, I said the Oreo because I can't say versus Oreo cookie.
Oreo cookies. Chips Ahoy
versus Oreo cookies.
Versus Oreo cookies.
Okay, fine. Well, it is what it is, right? But all I'm saying is that people sometimes think it is a chocolate chip. So I have to write here Chips Ahoy brand cookie, Oreo brand cookie. How do you tell me what you think will help you in this drubbing that you're about to get.
Standard.
Tell me how you want to piece the words together to give yourself a little percentage extra.
Standard Chips Ahoy versus standard Oreo.
Standard
Chips Ahoy cookie versus standard
Chips
Oreo cookie.
Ahoy cookie.
And then which is better?
Jesus Lord, we're over by one. Standard Chips Ahoy cookie goes over by 1 in the poll. It gets red and says
just write better cookie. Chips Ahoy Oreo. That's it. They'll know what it means. Nobody's going to pick the fucking, the Chips Ahoy that they put like gummy bears in one time. You know what I mean? They know what we're talking about here.
I honestly think that we have to say at least who makes Oreo, Mike? Is it? Why? Is that also Nabisco? So they're in bed with both these cookies.
Wait a minute.
Who makes Chips Ahoy?
Nabisco. Wait a minute. Oreo is Nabisco?
Oh, now you feel differently?
No, but I didn't know that they were in the same.
Chips Ahoy. They're both Nabisco.
Holy shit.
So I'm gonna put Nabisco Chips Ahoy, Nabisco Oreo cookie. But people are gonna be like, "What's a Nabisco
No,
Oreo?"
leave Nabisco out of it. You're gonna confuse people. Just put which is the better cookie, Chips Ahoy, Oreo.
So you think saying Chips Ahoy? Do I put the exclamation point?
I don't even understand these questions you're asking.
Well, Chips
right
Ahoy in the proper title has an exclamation point.
No, because nobody knows that. And it's going to look like you're pushing Chips Ahoy.
You're right. That's why I'm asking.
No.
I'm not against you with everything. Like we also are working together on this podcast. Like I'm letting you know.
I don't want the edge. No.
Okay.
Just Chips Ahoy, Oreo.
All right. Okay.
Remember how he said he can't make decisions?
Would you feel? Do you feel, Mike, that if you read these two, that you know I mean the packaged, standard to traditional Chips Ahoy cookie in the blue thing? Not because some people go, well, Chips Ahoy because you can get soft and you can get this.
No. They could say that. They could say that with Oreo, and they're going to go. But I love the pumpkin Oreos.
Okay, I'm going to go original Chips Ahoy, original Oreo,
there you
and
go.
Everything. See what happens when we combine forces.
But original's going to. You think standard put you over the edge, but original's not going to. No, that's going to be too many letters again.
Original Chips Ahoy, original Oreo.
Fits.
No, because I put cookie at the end. You said standard Chips Ahoy cookie.
Oh, okay.
So I think standard. I think original is the better nomenclature.
That's great.
Did I use that right?
Yeah. All
okay.
Right.
Better cookie.
Time-wise, Mike?
So here you go.
11
you get
minutes.
a shot. Better cookie. Original Chips Ahoy. Original Oreo. Twitter poll, and I'm tweeting. This is a historic moment for you and I.
Yeah. This is what started it all.
It is.
Launch it and turn that phone upside down.
Okay. Now, let me tell you this. Hold on a second. Let me just ask you one other thing. They allow you to set the timer all the way from 1 minute to 1 week. Do I put in a 30-minute poll, or do I just put it when we're done, we're done?
We're done.
Okay, so a 1 day poll, though, this is where it's going to get interesting. 30 minutes is where we're calling it. Mm-hmm. But if it's a real tete-a-tete,
okay.
if it's a real, Bob's your uncle. we might be 51-50, 50. Well, that would be impossible. Yeah. 49-51 at 30 minutes, and one of us wins, and then we revisit later, and the tides.
So set it at a week.
No, I'm doing it for a day.
Okay, for a day.
But I'm just saying later tonight.
Okay.
What happens if the tables are turned? The official ruling's 30 minutes.
We can revisit at a later episode.
That would really be a great indicator as to whether we should have a rematch.
That's what I'm saying. Set it at a week.
Okay.
Just let it run.
But I think there's a week. People are seeing this tweet in a week from now.
I don't know.
No, I'm going to do a day, and God bless us all. I tweeted it.
All right.
Historic moment.
Upside
First
down.
ever Taste Buds poll.
Let the great food debate begin. Now everybody already knows. I'm Chips Ahoy, you're Oreos.
Yeah.
Now, look.
Go ahead, because I already can tell by the smirk that I know you believe it. I know that you believe it. I really do, because we've had fights on the bowels of a cruise ship together. But I already feel like you took a deep breath because you had to convince people now. I feel like you're going to convince. You know what I feel? This is how strongly I feel.
Go ahead.
I feel that you can do your whole dissertation on Chips Ahoy. I can look at the camera and be like, Oreo.
That's what you think.
And I will still
That's what you think.
win.
That's what you think.
I think my job, I think you're going to do heavy lifting today, and I think I'm using a hand truck.
The arrogance of the people that love this cookie, and it's not a great cookie.
You're grouping us all in like we're talking about Red Sox Yankees.
Yeah,
not every Oreo person is this. I'm
going to tell you this. I said it to you yesterday on the audio message, and I said I would say it today on the episode.
I should have saved that message.
I wouldn't cross the street for an Oreo. What do you think of that? What do you think of that?
I'm sorry. You know what I think? You just claimed arrogance on me, and then you drop a statement like that.
I need two chalky wafers with sugar cream in the middle.
Oh, really? So
I need that?
So the first thing out of your mouth is an attack on the Oreo.
Oh, yeah, of course it is.
A mudsling. You're not, by the way, going to defend the Chips Ahoy first.
I'll defend the Chips Ahoy. It's a perfect chocolate chip cookie. There's just enough crunch. There's just enough give. It's a chocolate chip cookie, which in the realm of cookies is the greatest kind of cookie that has ever existed. A chocolate chip.
Don't hitch your Chips Ahoy wagon to the chocolate chip. Your Chips Ahoy to the chocolate chip wagon, because a chocolate chip is its own thing. A Chips Ahoy is a version of it. Granted, I'll give you that. Look, I'm not even Nabisco Chips Ahoy people. I'm not even against. I don't not like Chips Ahoy. I will say, and if I'm being honest, I'm sorry, but I have to be honest. It's all I could be, really.
Yeah,
you know?
go ahead.
I feel the quality of a Chips Ahoy has fallen off, as has most products, food products since I was younger. Devil dogs aren't the same. Candy bars aren't the same. Cereals aren't the same. Even Tropicana went from 64 to 59 ounces right underneath our nose. Okay, now Chips Ahoy were bigger. They had more chips, and now I find a lot of times Chips Ahoy, you're getting an underbaked batch, and don't confuse that with soft baked. Don't confuse it with soft baked. Yeah, you can pull out a Chips Ahoy. It should be a really golden brown. A lot of times you pull it out and it's just. When it's about chalky white, look in the mirror, my friend. No. It's chalky white. And it used to be bursting with chips. The campaign was like, you can't take a bite without a chip. I pull out a Chips Ahoy right now, and I don't even recognize it when I was young.
Let me tell you this. Only a fool wants it bursting with chips. Because somebody that knows a chocolate chip cookie, somebody that knows the value of a cookie, knows that when those bites with less chip and a little extra cookie versus the bites with more chip and a little less cookie, that's what it's all about.
Keeps you on your toes.
That's what it's all about.
When you take a bite without it, you then appreciate the bite with it that much more.
It's why a chocolate cookie with chocolate chips in it can go take a flying leap as far as I'm concerned. It's too much. It's chocolate on chocolate. What am I, an animal? Break it up a little bit. Give me a little bit of a blend. You know what I mean? You put peanut butter with jelly. You don't need a peanut butter sandwich.
But now you shifted your argument, and it was cute what you did, but now you shifted it
to what?
To having a blend of cookie and a blend of chocolate chip. But what I'm telling you is you could still have a blend of those two things and it still be a little bit lacking in the chocolate chip area. And by the way, chip is in the name.
It's not
Ahoy.
They're not.
Which, by the way, we recently realized it was a reference to Chips Ahoy, and neither of us ever realized
Blew
that.
my mind. Blew my mind.
Nautical theme. It's a nautical theme chocolate chip cookie. Pick a lane.
I mean, and not a hint of nautical on the package.
Chips Ahoy. I mean,
that.
that's what it's saying. Chips Ahoy. Chips. It means chips. It means if there's one thing you're getting, it's chips, not chiplets.
By the way, you're wrong. Look at the picture of the old Chips Ahoy from clearly the 50s or 60s, whatever that is. There's not more chips back then.
Oh, buddy, those are beautiful morsels just perched on top, just
but look at the new ones. The new ones look great.
I mean, if we could show this, I mean, you're showing. First of all, you're crazy, and I'll tell you why you're crazy. Joe, look at me. Look at me. I want this to be fair, too.
Yeah.
So I'm going to point out your own mistake. You're comparing the picture they took for the package, which you know was a whole to-do. That was lighting. That was moving. That
should have been the best picture you'd ever put on the front. You think they're putting worse versions of the cookie?
Compared it to someone who opened their Chips Ahoy package and snapped a picture of it with their phone.
I'm saying...
Oh, that one down there?
I'm saying look at all of them. I'm saying if you look at the package picture from the 50s, it is not more chips back then.
It's more golden brown. Okay, well, I will tell you something right now. See the picture that they have right there? See that picture on the top of the Chips Ahoy box? Yep. You open that. You pull the sleeve out. You open that white plastic. You pull out a chocolate chip. You put it next to that cookie. They do not look the same, my friend.
Mike,
they do not. That is a glamour cookie shot.
Mike,
that is a glamour shot like he just graduated high school.
Mike, give me a picture of an actual Chips Ahoy out of the box on the table so we can show Sally's wrong right now. Okay? Show me an actual cookie.
Look at the cookies on the package. That is perfectly symmetrical. A bite with every single chocolate chip. They're deep. They're rich. The cookie's golden brown. You do not want to do this to yourself.
I do. You don't want to. I'm dying to do it to myself.
You don't want to pull out a Chips Ahoy.
I'm dying to do this to myself. Pull one out. But look, this is the thing. Look at those fucking things. They're beautiful.
You son of a. That's the CGI cookie, Joe.
Come on.
That's not someone's real picture, Joe.
All right.
Show me a real one. Ha 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 ha. Show me a real one.
Look at that.
Show me a real one.
Okay, there's a real one right there, broken in half.
But bro, if you think that's the same, that is insane. As a matter of fact, the one underneath it that's not broken, I don't see a chip. I don't even see a chip.
Now let's slide
you want to know?
over.
You want to know what looks identical to the package? Knock
What?
knock.
Who's there?
It's the Oreo. Look at that. That's an Oreo, and that's what it looks like on the package, and that's what it looks like in the box.
Let's slide in.
It's a cookie. It's punched. It has the ridges. It has a thing. That is exactly you're getting what you pay for every time.
First of all,
I will say.
First of all, the crest imprinted on the cookie has always depressed me. It looks like something that would hang over a courthouse or a church or something. It makes me very sad when I look at it. There's nothing fun about it at all. There's nothing fun about this cookie. This cookie looks like it came from the Great Depression. It didn't change since 1935.
That's because it didn't need to.
It didn't
change. By the way, we're talking about the originals only, but Oreos, there's a lot going on with Oreos right now.
Well, tell me what's going on, because I've really presented the case for the Chips Ahoy. It's a crisp cookie. It's got enough give that it doesn't need to be a softie. It's got a nice balance.
All right, you're talking about it in its best form now.
Chips versus cookie flavor, and you can barrel a sleeve of them like no other. I mean, it's you think you can
barrel a sleeve of Chips Ahoy better than you can barrel a sleeve of Oreos?
Watch me.
Okay, let me talk.
Watch me. I could do one arguing. That's how easy.
Let me talk a little. Look at that. Look at that.
Look at that.
Let me talk a little about the Oreo.
Which one of those plates looks better to you? You're going to tell me that fucking brown mess on the left looks better to you than the Chips Ahoy?
I don't care. I'm not talking about what looks better. I'm talking about what tastes better.
What looks more appetizing to you?
The Oreos. Because I know how they taste.
Okay,
the Oreo is so good it didn't need to change, okay? It hasn't done anything. You know what the Oreo is? There's no other cookie. You couldn't name another cookie. I challenge anyone to name another cookie that has permeated so many other products because they want to latch on to what the Oreo has to offer. Cookies and cream ice cream is based. Every major outlet has it. 31 flavors. Ben & Jerry, Haagen-Dazs, your local grocer.
Cookies and cream ice cream
is chunks of Oreo.
Horribly boring ice cream.
You're insane. It's a candidate for best ice cream. Everybody knows that. I'm not going to argue with you.
What?
Fact.
What?
I'm not saying it's mine, but cookies and cream, I bet you cookies and cream is the most sold over vanilla or chocolate. It's the most sold ice cream, hands down.
Guess what ice cream is way better? Take a wild guess. Chocolate chip cookie dough.
No way.
1,000 times better.
I promise you that cookies and cream, a.k.a. Oreos in cooked cream, it sells more than cookie dough ice cream. I guarantee you that.
By the way, did you see the product that was just up on the screen for 2 seconds?
No.
They made Chips Ahoy that have Oreo cream inside the Chips Ahoy.
I wonder why.
Because Chips Ahoy
Ask yourself that question.
Because Chips Ahoy said, you can come into my house if you want. You're allowed in my house.
Joe,
I'm not coming into yours. You think I'm going to let your cookie surround me?
Oh, is that how you want to spin it, you spinster?
That's not a spinster.
You spun it. They're like, we need what Oreo has. That's the secret ingredient everyone loves. We need to have that to even be able to compete with them, to walk in the door, to put on the same shoes as Oreo. Oreo is also, by the way, Oreo's in everything.
Let me tell you.
They've taken Oreos and put blizzards and shakes and ice creams and Oreo cookie pie. Talk to me about that. Oreo crust. For pies.
Okay, now this is the failed argument, ladies and gentlemen. This is the failed ailing argument of every Oreo fan. Look how diverse it is. Look at all they do with it. Look, I could do a lot with breadcrumbs. I don't want to eat them out of the fucking can. Do you understand what I'm saying? Okay,
an Oreo is a better cookie.
Useless ingredient.
An Oreo is better than a Chips Ahoy.
Please.
A Chips Ahoy cookie in every way.
Please.
Wow. Breyers knows what they're doing. Breyers teamed up with Nabisco to do a 2-in-1, and they split the Oreo cookies and cream and the Chips Ahoy half and half.
All right.
I mean, Breyers is obviously working on another level, but here's what I have to say to you, okay? It's a better experience all around eating an Oreo. I enjoy it. It's more of I have a ritual with an Oreo.
Give it to me.
I have choices.
Give it to me.
I can bite it. Just like that. Just bite it like a sandwich. Because it's a cookie sandwich, by the way. It's not just a cookie. It's diverse. It has versatility.
It's a worse version of an ice cream sandwich.
Sure.
But
I could twist it off. I could eat one side without cream, and then I could eat the other side with the cream. I could twist it off and eat one side without cream, then just eat cream, and then eat the other side without cream. It dunks better. Oreo has the perfect dunk. You don't wait too long. You dunk it in, and you could pull it out, and you could really control if you're getting a crunch, if you're getting a sog. I'll tell you another thing. Another thing I like leaving. Well, if I lose one, because sometimes it happens, I'm not perfect. But if I lose one and one goes in there, sometimes I don't even fish for it.
Why?
I let it be. I let it get in the milk. I let it swirl around. I let chunks go at little treats. Or I won't even swirl. I'll eat the rest of I'll dunk the rest, and then I get to the bottom of the milk, and it's down there like the Titanic.
Okay.
and it either goes in my mouth with the last drop of milk, or I drink all the milk. It's stuck to the bottom. I take a spoon, I dip in, and I have what is like basically an Oreo, a soft Oreo bursting with milk. What I'm saying is I can choose any of these things.
But again, you're talking about, and I've used this argument with you before. I said, if I go to a place, if I go to, let's say, a Taco Bell, and I go, Taco Bell is the best burritos. And you go, okay, let's go get one. And then I go in, I get a Taco Bell burrito with 7 different ingredients in it. And then I open the burrito up. I take out the beans. I put them on the side. I throw the lettuce in the trash. I add sauce. I say it's too much sour cream, whatever. And then I remake the burrito. That's not the best burrito. That's a thing
I don't know.
that I was able to fashion with ingredients.
I don't even know how to apply what you just said to this conversation. It's wildly off.
Literally what you
it's
just
off
said.
the reservation. No, it's not. An Oreo is the same. I'm eating the same thing. I'm just choosing how to eat it. There's no wrong way to eat an Oreo. Sorry, Reese's.
You shouldn't have to deconstruct.
Deconstruct. I'm saying there's the option. I didn't say I had to. I didn't say I can't.
Like
I can't eat an Oreo unless I lick the cream and then I eat the two things separate. All I'm saying is you have options. You know what you could do with a Chips Ahoy? You bite it, you chew it, and you swallow.
And you go, Jesus Christ, what an amazing cookie I just got
I'm
for my money.
on the versatility of the Oreo. It means nothing. What you just said about, by the way, about the burrito, what you just said. It does not apply.
It applies perfectly.
That is one of the worst arguments. You know what?
Perfect analogy.
If people were going to vote based on our arguments, like this is our closing arguments, you would have went down in flames with that.
It's a perfect analogy because every example you've given so far about why you love the Oreo involves some sort of variation of the cookie. You have yet to say. To say, I can sit down dry. No.
First thing I said.
No manipulation.
It's the first thing I said.
No manipulation.
Go back to the tape. First thing I said.
You said you need a sleeve of them before you need a sleeve of Chips Ahoy, which I don't believe.
I said when I started to talk about it right now, and we can go back, and I will make him go back. And I said I could bite it cold. I bite it just out of the package like a sandwich.
You said you could. Hold on. Yeah, I know you said that. You said you could. You said you could.
And I could do other things.
But it doesn't sound like you like to. And it sounds like you need to manipulate your cookie to make it an enjoyable experience.
I don't.
That's what it sounds like.
I don't know. It doesn't. I want to express. I want to experience all the breadths of what the Oreo has to offer. I want to take it in every which way. Okay. That's like saying, you know what you just said? The burrito thing's ridiculous. What you should have said was like, okay, if I give you a plate of rice and you take a medium scoop and eat it first time, but then the second time you decide to take a much bigger scoop. Why? What's not good enough about that rice? That's not what I did. I'm just eating. It's the same freaking ingredients, bro. If you told me that you like to take, we're at 30. We're at 3 minutes to 30. Okay, all right. If you told me that you like to take a toothpick and pop out an Oreo chip, a morsel of a chocolate chip and eat it, and take one out and eat it, and take all the surface ones out and eat it, I wouldn't be like, well, that's not a Chips Ahoy. You're just doing it the way you want to do it.
Your argument is this. My favorite food is a cheesesteak. I love a cheesesteak because what I do most of the time with a cheesesteak is I get it, I take the roll off, I eat the meat by itself, I drink the liquidy cheese separately, then I eat the roll at the end because what a great versatile thing! I love it.
You can't compare a hoagie with 10 ingredients and beef in it.
The fact that you just called a hoagie,
I called it because you're from Philly. No, you're from Philly. You say hoagie.
A cheesesteak's not a hoagie, my friend.
I know it's.
Take that back right now.
You say stupid stuff like hoagie and submarine sandwich and grinder.
No. Hoagie,
I say it's a hero.
All I say is hoagie.
Cheesesteak hero.
All I say is hoagie, which is the right word for it.
But Joe, you know when you're trying to argue with someone who's irrational and you want to blow your brains out?
Yeah.
You can't make this dumb cheesesteak argument to the Oreo. I'm eating there's different ways to enjoy an Oreo, and no matter what, the same thing I'm swallowing is what I started with. I'm not pulling out ingredients. You're ridiculous, bro. You're ridiculous.
No, I'm talking tit for tat, one-on-one.
Okay. I wish this was a live show. I wish we did this in front of a live audience so you could hear them scowl.
Head-to-head out of the box. The Chips Ahoy's a stronger cookie. It stands on its own 2 feet better.
Oh, it does not.
All right, let's take it to the polls.
It does not. I'm trying to remember if I want to hit you with anything else before we go to the polls.
It's time to eat crow. Let's see who won this one.
Oh my! Look, there's even milk on the Oreos package because people are like, "Yo,"
because they know it can't stand by itself. Because they
right.
go. I know it's not a great cookie, but look, you can eat it with milk. That's what that is.
You're crazy.
Not a fucking thing on that Chips Ahoy, except a huge bite out of the cookie because they know it's so good.
Okay.
They know it's so good. They're showing you have to mesh this cookie with something else.
That's bullshit. And I'll tell you another thing. I'll go out on a limb and say I won by I don't know what our margins are going to be, but I'm telling you right now, it ain't going to be close. Okay, I'm calling minimum Oreos in the 60s. Minimum. Okay. I'm calling that. Now, put your money where your Chips Ahoy is. Tell me what you think it's going to be, because I'm telling you, this is going to be what the paper would call a drubbing when they write about a team beating another team and it's really bad.
If I'm not the winner, it's not going to be the first time I went against public opinion and was a better person for doing it. I don't care. I don't care.
But what you're saying is that you're right and it's better. So if that's true, then everyone will agree with you. For the most part. In terms of majority.
We'll see. I mean, we'll see.
All right.
That's the point of this,
right? Well, here we go.
Here we go.
Are you ready? Because this is also a big moment in this show. Because this is going to set the tone.
This is the first.
This is going to set the tone.
First ever.
This because you run. This is all about momentum too. Okay, it's all about momentum. Okay.
I'm amped. What do we got?
I am too. And here we go. And after almost 6,000 votes,
okay,
your winner, and still cookie, the Bisco cookie champion, the Oreo is drubbing. It's a drubbing as I called. Just remember this first episode.
Where's Oreo at?
62-38. I even called that we'd be in the 60s. I was that confident and I backed it up.
This is insane.
62-38%.
62.
5,359 votes. Okay? 17 minutes in. Okay? Okay. Why don't I read some comments? Okay, we never realized that.
All right, go ahead.
Because this, I'll read, and I'm gonna be. I'll read both. If there's people shitting on either. Right. Here's someone. Chips Ahoy dunked that cookie in milk for 5 seconds. It was heaven. They taste weird now, though. I told you they fell off, and this is nothing against Chips Ahoy. Everyone did it, but this is the second comment down is echoing a sentiment I said, Joe.
Well, congrats. You know what else hasn't changed since the 30s? Racism.
That's about, you know what? Not in the Oreo cookie, black and white, baby. Black and white together, okay? I prefer chewy Chips Ahoy over original. The original hurt my teeth, okay?
The original hurt my teeth.
This is a mood-dependent question. They serve different purposes. Okay, I can see that. I'm going to read it for you. When is the last time anyone got original Oreos instead of double stuff? That's not applied here. This might be the toughest question I've ever seen.
All right.
You need milk to enjoy Oreos. Chips Ahoy is good with or without, no competition. Only chewy Chips Ahoy, not regular. I'm not ashamed to admit that I can murder a bag of Chips Ahoy alone.
Yep.
Okay.
Now, it sounds like the comments are on my side, even though I lost the poll.
The hardest decision of my life. Depends entirely if I have milk or not. Original Oreo, also the giant ice cream Oreo, legit. I'm not even voting because it's too hard for me to choose. Chips Ahoy is better, hands down. Oreos always taste like stale plastic. Okay, you can take a walk.
Thank you.
Okay. Hold on. Oreo, you can twist it and link it or dunk it in milk.
The fucking package says milk's favorite.
Oreos are so overrated. Chips Ahoy all the way. Okay, so OG Chips Ahoy is honestly awful. The new chunky Chips Ahoy is better. Chips Ahoy nowadays, okay, here we go. Chips Ahoy nowadays are the biggest disappointment. I have no idea what they did to them, but they are weak and taste weird. And every couple of months, I hope it goes back to deliciousness and I buy them again and they still suck and I am sad. Thank you. You know, so you have arguments for both.
Mm-hmm. Some guys
who is out here picking dry-ass Chips Ahoy over the blessing that is Oreo.
Blessing.
SMH.
Blessing.
SMDH.
Blessing. Flavorless cream between two chalky cookies.
Chips Ahoy's the GOAT.
Yes, it is.
I'm
so tired of this twist argument. I mean, you know,
people. I will tell you, people also are going very hard. They're either like love one and hate the other. So we picked a very passionate first topic.
Great one. All right, Sal.
1-0, babe.
1-0. That's our rep.
Yeah.
This is what it's going to be.
This is what it's going to be. So
it'll be a lot of fun. I'm excited.
we burned 35 minutes arguing, and I had more to say, but I don't need to though, because we put it to bed. It's not even fit for a rematch at 62-38. Not even fit for a rematch.
Let it go for the next day.
Yeah,
Hold on.
See. All right. I still love you.
I love you. Of course. That's why we're doing it.
Yeah, I was trying to sign off with like a cool little thing.
I was going to plug.
I still love you.
Plug?
Oh, yeah, let's plug. Yeah.
Without a Country podcast, my podcast with Corinne Fisher and myself, available on Gas Digital Network. Use promo code WAC. Get yourself a free month. Available there exclusively every Tuesday and everywhere you get your podcasts every Saturday. And Pat Walsh and myself doing We'll See You in Hell, reviewing movies of all genres. New episodes on Patreon only, and the entire back catalog on Starburns Media and wherever you get your podcasts.
You guys should review the doc on how Chips Ahoy is the greatest cookie. Oh wait, it doesn't exist. So, you think this will come out before August 22nd?
I don't know. I hope.
Okay.
Well, I don't know. But who?
All right.
Yeah.
Depending, I have a show at Cape Cod Drive-In. I'm doing stand-up August 22nd in Cape Cod. If not, we can cut it out. And so we have Dinner Party, which is on now Thursday nights at 10. Misery Index is coming back for season 3. Jokers is coming back. So all that stuff you already know. But another new one, I'm doing a podcast with Chris DeStefano called Hey Babe, and it'll be on the same channel as this one. And that's it. That was crazy fun. I'm ready to battle you. I'm ready to do this.
This was, I think you meant Hey Babe was crazy fun. Sorry.
No, this
was great.
Hey Babe was too, but
no, it was. I caught the end of it today and I thought it was really funny.
Oh, thanks, buddy.
But this was great. I'm ready to go. Let's do it.
Taste buds, they coming to the mic, talking about the food they hate, talking about the food they like. Two fools gonna fight, but only one food can be right. Taste buds, man, yeah, they coming to the mic. I'm talking taste buds. Taste buds. If you don't